Hi and welcome to my channel. So today we have a problem which is find each flight source and destination from the given dataset. So in this problem we have a flight information dataset, and in this flight information dataset we have information related to flights, and these information are ID, source and destination. That means from where the passengers are taking flight, and also the destinations means where the passenger are going. So from this flight info dataset we have to create this dataset in which we have this ID, source and destination. So let's try to understand this problem first. So to understand this problem first, let's consider these two records, which is ID1 and ID2. So if you closely look into these two records, you will find that a flight is going from Delhi to Kolkata, then the same flight is going from Kolkata to Bangalore. So directly we can also say that there is a flight which is going from Delhi to Bangalore. So that is why in our output dataset for this ID1 we have source is Delhi and destination is Bangalore. That means there is one flight which is going from Delhi to Bangalore. Let's look into the next two records, which is this ID3 and ID4. In this, a flight is going from Mumbai to Pune, then it is going from Pune to Goa. We can say that there is a flight which is going from Mumbai to Goa. So that is why we have one more row in our output, which is for ID2. That means there is one more flight, and that flight ID is 2, and that flight is going from Mumbai to Goa. Now let's into the last two records in our flight info dataset. So in this we have a flight which is going from Kolkata to Delhi first, then the same flight is going from Delhi to Srinagar. So we can say that there is a flight which is going from Kolkata to Srinagar, and also we have an intermediate destination which is Delhi. So that is why we have one more row which has ID3. That means there is one more flight which is going from Kolkata to Srinagar. So we have to solve this problem. So now let's look into the approach of solving this problem. Let's try to understand this problem first. So initially we had a dataset called flight info, and from this flight info dataset we have created two more datasets. Those are table A and table B, and we have joined these two datasets using this condition, which is left join on a.id equal to b.id minus 1. So that means when we have id 1 in table A, this will get joined by id 2 in table B. When we have id 2 in table A, this will get joined by id 3 in table B. And when we have id 3 in table A, this will get joined by id 4 in table B. This is how this entire table will get joined together, and after using this condition we will get a complete table like this as shown in this figure. After that we have to check one more condition, which is a dot destination equal to b dot source. So when we have this condition, we can take that particular row in our output. That means if we look into this first row, in this a dot destination which is Kolkata and b dot source which is again Kolkata. So we can consider this row for our output. Again, if we look into the next row, in this we have a dot destination is Bangalore, whereas b dot source is Mumbai. So that is why, because these two are not matching, so we cannot consider these two in our output. If we look into the third row, we have a dot destination is Pune, whereas b dot source is again Pune. So we can consider this row in our output. For this fourth row, destination and source are not matching, so we cannot consider these. So we cannot consider this. For the fifth row, source and destination is Delhi, so we can consider this row. So the question is why we are checking a dot destination with b dot source. So let's try to understand this first. We are checking destination and source because we are checking a dot source equal to b dot destination. The reason is because if you again consider the first two rows in our initial dataset, then this particular flight is going from Delhi to Kolkata and from Kolkata to Bangalore. That means we can say that this flight is going from Delhi to Bangalore. That is why this particular row is an output and this destination is matching with this source. Again, if we consider the next two rows, which are ID2 and ID3, this Bangalore is not matching with Mumbai. So that is why we cannot consider these two rows in our output. And also we cannot say that this particular flight is going from Kolkata to Pune. Again, let's consider this row number 3 and 4. In this, we have destination as Pune and the source as again Pune. So that is why we can consider these two rows. And we can say that this particular flight is going from Mumbai to Goa. So that is why we have this in our output. Again, if we consider ID4 and ID5, in this destination Goa is not matching with source Kolkata. So we cannot consider this row. And for this ID5 and ID6, again destination and source are same, which is Delhi. So we can say that this flight is going from Kolkata to Srinagar. So that is why this is in our output. Now let's look into our diagram again. So in this diagram, using this condition, which is A dot destination equal to B dot source, we can consider this first row, this third row, and this fifth row. And now if we want to find out what is the source and what is the destination of the flight, then we can take out this information, which is A dot source and B dot destination. So for this first row, A dot source is Delhi and B dot destination is Bangalore. So that is why our first output is Delhi to Bangalore. If we look into this third record, A dot source is Mumbai and B dot destination is Goa. So we can say that a flight is going from Mumbai to Goa. That is why this is in our second row, which is our output. And for this fifth row, source is Kolkata and destination is Srinagar. That is why we have this third flight which is going from Kolkata to Srinagar. So this is our approach to solve this problem. Now let's look into our SQL editor on how we can solve this problem in actual environment. We have a flight info dataset and in this flight info dataset we have ID, source and destination. And also using insert query we are inserting some values into this dataset. And also we are printing this dataset. So let's run this query and see the dataset. So you can see now we have flight info dataset and in this we have ID, source and destination. Now let's look into the solution for this problem. So we can do this with select A dot star comma B dot star from flight info as A, left join flight info as B, and we are joining these two on A dot ID equal to B dot ID minus 1. So let's run this now. So now you can see we have the join table, and from this join table we only have to consider those records where A dot destination is equal to B dot source. So let's apply that condition in where clause, where A dot destination equal to B dot source. Let's run this now. So you can see now we have this three rows, and these three rows we can consider in our output. And because we need source from A table and destination from B table, so instead of star we can say that A dot source and B dot destination. So let's run this now. So now you can see we have the final output, and this is how you can solve this problem. And going forward I will be posting more SQL related problems on my channel. So please subscribe my channel. This actually motivates me to make more videos. Thank you.